Well, hey there, friends. I just thought for the heck of it, I would do a quick garden update. I know people like gardens. I sure like gardens. Over here, we've got the lettuce that I had to replant a couple weeks ago. That's why I haven't shared it sooner. I've been waiting for it to to start over because somehow my early planting just wasn't done right. And I have a couple of videos I'm going to share at the end of the year about how to plant them properly and then space them out so you don't have issues with seeds getting overly buried. We had a huge rainstorm right after I planted, and it just kind of drowned everything out. Here we have 3 rows of carrots, which still need to be transplanted and moved around a little. And then over here I've got a whole variety of different things that are just kind of growing. Underneath that string right there are some pepper plants. And right here, this is wild tobacco, well, not wild tobacco, but tobacco that grows in the backyard every year. And it just grows from the seeds that fall out of the previous year's tobacco. And over here, I've got just a few beets that I put in here. And behind that, you can see these are all potatoes. And then right here, these are tomatoes. So I have 2 tomato plants here. We're not big tomato eaters. But behind that is all potatoes, and I really didn't expect them to get that big. You can see there's a big mound in there. It's called mounding. So you can plant a potato, and then you can keep kind of bending the tops down and putting more dirt over them. And that'll just give more potato area, right? So over here we move on. We have broccoli. And then we have some peas, which some of them are looking kind of ripe, actually. Some sugar snap peas. And then over here, a couple of more tomato plants that I grew from seed. And I've seldom grown tomatoes from seed. The ones I got over there were starters. Then we have a couple rows of corn. A couple more tobacco plants. Right there we have an artichoke. Yeah, that's what that big ass thing. It almost looks like a giant thistle. I've never grown an artichoke, so we're giving it a shot. And some radishes that I harvested. This here, interestingly, is a peanut plant that was growing from wild peanut. It must have been the peanuts from the bird seed, because I guess roasted peanuts probably wouldn't grow. And over here we've got the strawberry patch, which is great, except for my new dog Lucy just ate them all up. She just comes in here and just eats them all. Punk. But, yeah, what do we got here? Oh, that's a beautiful berry. Yeah. I can't remember what variety these are, but you won't find these in the stores because they're like hard to preserve. I don't know. I can't remember what they are though. In here, I've got all my blueberries. There's probably only 100 or so, but every year the birds come in here and eat my berries. And so this year I put chicken wire to make sure they would not have a chance. All right, then we'll walk over here. This is my grapevine. And this year I have it all wired up. And grapes are smart. They know how to hide their fruit well. Yep, well, there's going to be some clusters of grapes back there. Now, this is, my wife and I picked up 2 raspberry plants, or she picked them up. And actually, man, they're getting tall fast. I can't remember. I have the names down there on the tags, but yeah, these have grown about, I don't know, a foot in a day and a half, so they're doing pretty well. 2 different kinds of raspberries, which hopefully will put out some nice fruit. Oh man, I'm excited. I can't wait. I love raspberries. Behind that, we have a mint plant. Smells delicious. Now here, I have a thimbleberry, I think it was. It's either that or a wild I don't think it was a wild raspberry. I think this was the thimbleberry. And it almost died, but I buried it and got enough of one shoot to come off. These are really easy to transplant. You can just cut a stem off, but you'll want to watch other videos on how to do that. You want to cut out the sucker stems and not the fruiting stems, and do it at the end of the year. Here's one of them, can be raspberry. Yeah. So, as we move on over here, we've got some beets, which, one fell out, which I thought it would be interesting to grow beets in a bag, because bags allow you to basically grow food anywhere. And for a lot of people who don't have a home or a house or a yard, I should say you have to have a home, I guess, but even with a porch, you can grow anything out of these grow bags. They're really easy to use. And then over here I have more potatoes. And they all started from just homegrown potatoes. And my little flower garden over here. And some ones I brought home. And over here, these are the ones that aren't quite finished yet. I have to get the septic tank pumped before I can fill the rest of this in. But these are all tobacco. These all came from the seeds that grew wild in the garden. And over here I've got 2 rows of lettuce, a different kind from the garden over there. And then we have cantaloupes and cantaloupes, I think these are the cantaloupes, and these ones are cucumbers or melons. And then over there on the far side, in that far row, we have some cabbage, I think. So, yeah, a little bit here and a little bit there. This whole planter over here, there's nothing in it yet. I'm going to get some soil delivered or something. But anyway, thanks for coming along on my garden journey. Definitely going to share an updated version once this thing is done. Ooh, and I took this beautiful jasmine and I put some wire up here so it could string itself up along the roof. I think it looks really cool. So, that's my garden. Oh, there's the compost bin. You can see that there's a tomato plant growing out of, or a potato plant growing right out of it. That's funny. This is where I found a couple of them that I replanted. Yeah, there they are. Whole bunch. I gotta get these mixed in with some soil. Anyway, thanks for coming along. There's my pond. It's sad.